And so, you know, what have the benefits of working with the university been, and how has that strengthened the offer to the SMEs themselves?
I think it's undoubtedly been a huge benefit. I think if you look at the business support landscape across the country, but particularly in West Yorkshire, I don't know if you agree with this, Martin, is there's an awful lot of organisations in what I would describe as a Me Too marketplace. So they basically are commissioning and delivering programmes that work, but actually are they working and being as impactful as they possibly could? And I think where ultimately we benefit from the relationship with Leeds Beckett is having a key regional stakeholder that can add value to the regional SMEs in their area that they care about, and then utilising our ability to harness that and deploy that benefit to SMEs. And of course the key underpinning benefit of all that is the academic rigour and credibility of working with the university. But I do think we mustn't underestimate the fact that it's a regionally, locally based university. I think in this particular programme does help enormously.
So James says they are a key regional anchor university, and they are renowned within Yorkshire and West Yorkshire. So to local funders such as Wicker, I can imagine that is important. They're well connected, well networked, well researched, and I think over the years of working with different universities, there appears to be or even speaking to people within universities who are tasked with engaging with SMEs over the years has proven very, very, very difficult for them. And we're not here to talk about why it's been difficult for universities to engage with SMEs at volume, but working with Leeds Beckett University, we've set out an agenda, partnership arrangement with them where we understand where we're both coming from, what the strategic directions are, what they want out of it, what we want out of it, and we're working out what's mutually beneficial to us both. So for us to be able to engage with SMEs at volume is really, really powerful for the university, using their diagnostic, which is underpinned by academic research and rigour, and is adding value to SMEs, and us using it in a more pragmatic, commercially viable way, means that we're getting lots and lots of very, very rich data, which can be fed back into the university, and it helps them to measure impact. And obviously universities, so we're learning, are measured on impact, the impact their research, impact they have on their local economies and so on. And so we are working together hand in glove, making sure that what we want out of it combined together is being achieved.
I think. Sorry, David. Just one further point on that, because I think Martin makes a really good point about the collaborative and collegiate working with the university. So it's actually now developed beyond the programme into actually supporting and working and discussing other areas that we can help each other on. So the example I've got in my head, Martin, is in essence, university in West Yorkshire has some really strong links with We Can, which is the female entrepreneurship programme up there. So they've actually reached out to a different programme they're helping deliver to actually say, well, look, on this programme, you can actually benefit further from other support that we're working with a strategic partner, Exemplas, with. And I think because of that, it's not just a programme silo, it's more than that now, and it's developed into what I would call a strategic partnership in all senses, which is really positive.
And we try to understand a little more about what else they need out of the programme, or what their commercial drivers are, and understanding the different levels of support that they can deliver to SMEs, particularly the companies that we're working with. We've been able to make some real good quality referrals into them, which has led to companies being signed up. So KTPs, 2 or 3 of our clients have recently been signed up onto KTPs, which helps the university massively.
And from where I'm sat and listening to you guys who are delivering this on a daily basis, there is a uniqueness to what you're doing here, and in terms of that value to the SME around, as you said, demystifying some of that productivity. So I'm just interested in terms of, and I'm conscious of the start product that you picked up on day one is very different from the refinement of work. So just interested in your take in terms of what that uniqueness looks and feels like, and why this is different from other product services in the market.
The productivity
diagnostic. Are you talking about the solution or the diagnostic?
I'm talking both about the diagnostic, but also off the back of that working relationship in terms of that refinement and continuous improvement.
I see. Okay.
Well, I think there's there's two things that make our productivity offer unique. Firstly, productivity has been talking about at a macroeconomic level, and what we're talking about is firm level productivity, things that are meaningful to SMEs where we can help them to make improvements. But we said one of the overarching purposes of the programme of support to SMEs is help them understand what productivity is, and that's what this diagnostic tool really does. It looks at 5 macro areas of productivity, which are then broken down into what was originally 43 areas of performance, which is now 30 through our refinement. So again, working with the university, having as a pilot, it was only used 3 or 4 times, I believe. The diagnostic tool is now been used close to 200 times, and it's been refined, it's been improved. And companies are extracting a huge amount of value from it. They begin to understand terms and what productivity means to them. And so we're getting lots of rich data and understanding about the impacts of things that are impacting productivity within SMEs. And so working with the university, we've made improvements to that diagnostic tool. So the diagnostic tool is unique. There's no other diagnostic tool out there that looks at productivity at the level of detail that we do. It's firm level data. It's a bottom-up approach, understanding the things that really impact their businesses and helping them to prioritise and put plans in place that will help to make demonstrable improvements from their baseline level of productivity. So that's one of the unique natures of the programme. The other uniqueness is working with the university. Okay,
Yeah,
working with the university.
And I think, just trying to address your question in the whole here, David, in terms of what Marty's described there in the work relationship with the university, is that it's an ongoing working relationship. You know, so our working relationship when we first started this journey compared to now is actually radically different. And that's because the relationships at different levels have developed and increased in terms of trust. So right from Dr. Ollie Jones, who's the author in essence, a creator of the diagnostic and the framework, right the way through to our advisors and engaging with the productivity experts on a regular basis, helping the companies, and then also on a commercial basis with the head of business engagement to make sure all those 3 moving parts are kept informed, we're all on the same page, and making sure that the refinements that Martin refers to are embedded. And at times there is difference of opinion, but ultimately it's about going through that cycle time and time again to keep our eyes on the prize, which is a productivity diagnostic that delivers excellence every single time. And we're getting there, but it's always continuous improvement. But ultimately, the key takeaway for me with the working relationship is you've got to take all the different internal stakeholders on that journey with you, because if one's missing, inevitably you don't make that progress that you're looking for.